Máxima of the Netherlands greeted the Queen with a friendly peck on the cheek, when the two royals met in London this morning. The statuesque Dutch Queen, who is on a 2-day state visit to the United Kingdom, towered over the 5 feet 4 inches monarch, in her stilettos after arriving at Horse Guards Parade on Tuesday morning, for a ceremonial welcome. Britain rolled out the red carpet for King Willem-Alexander and Queen Máxima, as the two nations marked the first state visit from a sitting Dutch monarch, for almost 40 years. After arriving in the capital last night, Willem-Alexander and his Argentine-born consort were met by a spectacular gun salute, to formally kick off a 2-day visit that will take them everywhere, from Buckingham Palace to Brixton and the House of Commons. The VIP visitors enjoyed a traditional military welcome on Horse Guards Parade, at the start of their 2-day state visit to Britain, before being treated to a glittering state banquet tonight, in a full display of pomp and pageantry. More than 1,000 troops, and hundreds of horses will take part in the visit this week, a spokesperson for the army said, with Major General Ben Bathurst, Major General commanding the Household Division, commanding all troops on parade. State visits are the highest form of diplomatic contact between sovereign states and are regarded as high points in the ceremonial season, requiring extensive preparations and rehearsals. The last state visit from the Netherlands was by Queen Beatrix and Prince Claus, in November 1982. Prior to that, Queen Juliana and Prince Bernhard paid a state visit to the UK, in April 1972. The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh also paid a state visit to Queen Juliana and Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands, in March 1958. Ahead of Tuesday's formal welcome ceremony, the Prince of Wales and Duchess of Cornwall greeted their guests on behalf of the Queen, at the Dutch ambassador's residence in Kensington, West London. King Willem-Alexander, who took to the throne following his mother's abdication in 2013, and his wife then travelled with Charles and Camilla, to Horse Guards Parade to receive a ceremonial welcome. Just before midday, a Guard of Honour of 96 rank, and file of the 1st Battalion Coldstream Guards formed up on Horse Guards Parade. The mounted band of the Household Cavalry provided musical support to the Sovereign's escort, who will be next on parade having ridden down from Hyde Park Barracks, Knightsbridge. Shortly after midday, the car procession of King Willem-Alexander with Charles, and Queen Máxima with Camilla, entered the front yard from Whitehall. The Dutch king then alighted from his car and walked up to the royal pavilion, where a 41-gun salute was fired before the Queen, dressed in a purple coat and matching hat, invited Willem-Alexander to formally inspect the Guard of Honour. Accompanied by the Queen and Prince Philip, the Dutch royals then departed Horse Guards for Buckingham Palace, in a spectacular carriage procession along the Mall, which has been decked out in UK and Dutch flags for the occasion, escorted by mounted soldiers from the Household Cavalry. The Queen and King Willem-Alexander travelled together, in style aboard the spectacular Diamond Jubilee State Coach, also known as the State Coach Britannia, with Máxima and Camilla following closely behind. Built in 2014, the carriage features a 360-degree coach cam, offering a monarch's eye view of the procession, gold-plated hydraulics, moat racing technology and a mini-museum. Following a private lunch at the palace with the Queen, the Dutch royals will be shown a special exhibition in the palace's picture gallery, made up of items from the royal collection relating to the Netherlands. Afterwards, they will visit Westminster Abbey, where they will lay a wreath at the grave of the unknown warrior, as prayers are said by the Dean. They will then be taken on a short tour of the Abbey, which will include visiting the resting place of William and Mary. Later on, the King and Queen will visit the Palace of Westminster, where they will be welcomed by the Speaker of the House of Commons, and the Lord Speaker before Willem-Alexander delivers an address, in the Royal Gallery. The Foot Guards and Cavalry of the Household Division, the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery, the Honourable Artillery Company, and the Queen's Colour Squadron of the Royal Air Force will provide the military component, for the Dutch royals' visit this week, with important ceremonial events taking place across both days. In the afternoon, they will be hosted by Charles and Camilla for tea, at Clarence House before heading back to the palace. A glittering state banquet will be held tonight at Buckingham Palace, where the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment will provide staircase-lining parties, and the Countess of Wessex's string orchestra will play music during the meal. The government has said that the first state visit to Britain by a sitting Dutch monarch, since Queen Beatrix, in 1982, reaffirms the excellent ties between the Netherlands and the United Kingdom, as North Sea neighbours based on shared values in the past, present and future. The announcement in July came, as the UK continues to negotiate divorce terms from the European Union, of which the Netherlands is a founding member.